Loose lead walking is one of the hardest things to teach. The key is consistency though. There's lots of different methods out there and lots of different trainers advocate different ways. All of them work, but the key is that you've got to choose one that works for you and your dog and be consistent.
Boy.
We're going to review a couple of different methods in this video, but to start, we're going to be using a lead, clicker and treats. Set your dog up for success. Start somewhere quiet with no distractions, like your living room or your kitchen, something like that. If you're not used to using a clicker, this method might feel a little bit clumsy at first. So to start, loop your lead through your waist belt, keep your dog on your left-hand side, your treats on your left-hand side, and your clicker on your right-hand side. To start, lure your dog into the heel position. You can do this every time you recall them, every time you're in the house and they come anywhere near you. You want to build this as a default behaviour right at the beginning. To start with, take a couple of steps forwards, clicking and treating when your dog walks with you. Make it easy for them, click and treat quite often. It's going to seem like you're giving a lot of treats at this stage, but don't worry, we will phase this out over time. Slowly increase the difficulty. Ask your dog to walk with you a little bit further before clicking and treating. If the dog gets confused or starts walking around behind you or pulling on the lead or anything, take a step back and go back to basics. Slowly raise the criteria. If the dog pulls hard or lunges hard, turn 180 degrees away from the dog, almost like a military turn. Training should be fun. If your dog's getting bored, try running, skipping, jumping, see if they'll walk with you, no matter what speed you're going. Keep your dog engaged and watch their body language. Wagging happy tail, being interested in joining you and running with you, that's all good signs. If your dog gets bored and wandered off, then you need to make it more interesting. When your dog is starting to really understand the game and understand what they're doing, try increasing the difficulty by taking them outside where there's more distractions, building in games like using the cones you can see in this video. Just try challenging them and seeing what you can do. Again, this is meant to be fun training, it's not meant to be boring. Heel work doesn't need to be boring at all. Again, if your dog gets confused or seems to not understand the behaviour at this point, take a step back, go back indoors or maybe go into your garden and try again. Keep sessions short and sweet and always end on a high note. A bored dog is not going to learn. One thing we hear quite often is people saying, but my dog doesn't like food or doesn't take food when they're out and about. This doesn't actually need to be a problem at all. You can convince your dog to like food, but I'd advise you contact your trainer for advice on this. In the meantime, try experimenting using toys or something like that to motivate your dog to walk loose lead with you. There's plenty of other ways you don't have to use food. Have a look at this video and how I'm motivating this staffy to walk loose lead with me for the promise of playing tug or playing with ball or anything like that. Once your dog is starting to really understand what's going on, you can try actually dropping the lead. See if your dog walks with you. Here, the staffy is walking with me and he knows he's off lead, he knows that the lead is trailing. But again, that promise of getting to play with the toy and play with me and that drive is so strong that of course he wants to work with me, despite the fact that there's many, many distractions around.
Good boy, come on then. Heel.
Try using every single walk as a training opportunity. The main reason for dogs not walking to heel when they're out and about is because owners practice it in an obedience ring or in their training classes or at home or in their garden, but they don't actually practice it day to day, so this stops these skills from becoming life skills rather than just a trick or a performance.
Yes, good boy.
If you're clear and consistent with your teaching and your dog is learning from you and you're working at their pace, with most breeds you can actually get a good level of loose lead walking within a week or probably less. If you're struggling at all, just get in contact with your trainer. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.